Hi boys and girls. Today we're going to do another experiment from our unique lessons. This one's called Banana DNA. We're going to need to gather a few things for our experiment. We need rubbing alcohol, a banana, a Ziploc bag, salt, hot water, a small bowl, a craft stick, dish soap, a coffee filter, glass cup, masking tape, and banana DNA. Banana DNA? I wonder where we're going to get that from. What do we know? We know that all living things have DNA. All living things. What are living things? Things that grow, right? And change. Like your dog, your pig. A banana is a living thing. And people are living things. DNA in cells is very, very small. I wonder, can you see DNA without a microscope? We should make a guess. Do you remember what we call that? A hypothesis. Let's make our hypothesis. I think we can see DNA without a microscope, or I think we cannot see DNA without a microscope. Make your guess. The first step was to put some rubbing alcohol into the freezer, and I did that a while ago to get it nice and cold. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our banana and we're going to put it in the zip top bag. We're going to open our bag up and peel the banana and put this in the Ziploc bag. There it is. Now we have to mash the banana until there's no lumps in it. So I'm going to put that down and we're going to really mash the banana. It says it'll look like pudding when I'm done, so there's no lumps in our poor banana after I mash them up. It says it should look like pudding. This was a very ripe banana, which is what it said we needed. And look, guys, there's our banana. All mushed up. It does look like pudding, doesn't it? There we go. Now I'm going to take some salt and pour it and put it in a bowl. And I need 1 teaspoon of salt. So I have my bowl, and I'm going to put 1 teaspoon of salt in the bowl. Measured out pretty carefully because we don't want to have too much in there. 1 teaspoon. Then we need 1/2 cup of hot water. And I'm going to put that in the bowl. Stir until dissolved. I'm going to use one of my craft sticks for that. Now it's really hard to see, but the salt is in the bottom of the bowl. And I'm going to stir it till it's all dissolved up in the hot water. Takes just a little bit. And I don't feel any more of the salt in the bottom of the bowl. So I'm going to take that and we're going to pour it into our Ziploc bag. Just carefully pour the water in the Ziploc bag. That's what it looks like, guys. Now we're going to gently squeeze to mix the salt water and banana together. Oh, can you see that, guys? How it's mixing? Right there in the bag, gently squeezing it. Oh, that looks pretty mixed, doesn't it? There's no lumps. It's all together in there, all mixed up. Now I have to put 1/2 teaspoon of dish soap into the bag. 1/2 teaspoon. So open my bag And this is a half a teaspoon. I'll put 1/2 teaspoon of dish soap into the bag, I hope. Okay, 1/2 teaspoon, and put it into the bag. It says mix gently. So I'll close this up again and mix it very gently, it says. I'm not going to squeeze it hard. I'm just going to mix it back and forth. Let me tilt it a little bit like that. Okay, so there's our 1/2 teaspoon of dish soap, our 1 teaspoon of salt mixed with a 1/2 cup of hot water, and our nice ripe banana. Looks pretty liquidy now, doesn't it? Now we have to separate the liquid from the solid. And to do that, we're going to use a glass with a coffee filter in it and a rubber band and some masking tape holding that on tightly. We're going to carefully pour the banana mixture from this bag into the filter. All right, we ready? I'm going to pour this into our filter. And can you see some of it starting to drip down through the coffee filter? It's separating out the solid in the top and the liquid in the bottom. We're going to let that set for a few minutes and come back and see what it looks like. Okay guys, we're back. We've let all of the water drip out of the filter down into the cup, and now all that's left is the banana solid mixture on the top. We're going to take this off now and throw this away. And all that's going to leave us with is the water in the cup. Not really clear water, is it? There's something in there. Now we're going to take our alcohol that's been in the freezer for several hours, and we're going to pour it slowly into the side of the cup so it fills above the banana liquid 1 inch to 1.5 inches. Again, this is called rubbing alcohol, and we're going to pour it slowly down the side of the cup. Let's watch. Turn it. Ooh, let's pour it on the table. Look at that, guys. Can you see the difference? Can you see the separation? The frozen alcohol is sitting on top of the banana liquid. Now, to follow our instructions, we're going to need to leave this sit for at least 8 minutes. We'll keep checking on it. We'll be back to see what happens to our liquid. Okay guys, we're back. It's been a little over 8 minutes, and you can see there's been some changes in our glass. There's a very distinct line in between the alcohol, which stays on the top, and the banana liquid on the bottom, and the bubbles that have formed in between. Now our directions say, reach into the cup with a craft stick and lift out the DNA. Shall we see if we made some? Let's see. Oh yes, look. see if I can get it over here on this side. Can you see the thicker clumps of DNA that are in here? Look, I'll let you look really close at it. And those clumps are the DNA from the banana that has formed. Now, are we able to see the DNA without a microscope? Do you remember our question in the beginning? We can see DNA without a microscope, or we cannot see the DNA without a microscope. What was your guess? Mashing the banana with salt water and adding dish soap help to break apart the cell. This allows the DNA to be released. The salt and alcohol help to separate the DNA from the other material in the cell and to get the DNA strands to stick to each other. When the strands stick together, they form bigger clumps of DNA that you can see without a microscope. And there it is, guys, the banana DNA in the cup. This was a great experiment, guys. Thanks for coming along. So all I need is this.